What's up guys, welcome back to my channel, GGFOREX here, and welcome back to the Ftmo challenge series. This is the afternoon, it's New York Open. This morning was absolutely rubbish, nothing was going on, it was dead. I had some ideas of what I wanted to happen, and then I just put a pendant on, and now it's only just triggered. So, I'm in on Aussie CAD. I'm in an Aussie CAD at the moment. It makes sense. This is an area where I was willing to buy before. It moved up, came back to area. I've seen some evidence I want to get into. We just need to see what happens next. NZD Chef is approaching my area. Just need to wait for that to happen. And USD JPY is approaching, but nothing yet. Everything's been going really slow. Just need to wait and see what happens, and I'll let you guys know what sort of price action we see when it's actually hit our points of interest. So that'll be 3 trades on, hopefully, pretty soon. What's up guys, it is the next day. I've got an update for you on my NZD Chef trades. And it did look promising, it did look good, but I've just been stopped out. And I'll explain to you how, why, and what I could possibly think is happening. So, there is no major news today either. Let me just double check I am right on that. There's only US dollar news at the moment. Major US dollar news at the moment. It's hasn't come out yet. But let me just show you what's going on. So this was NZD Chef. What I was seeing was a liquidation, move higher, make more targets in the logical area, because I see people would have been selling off for this descending trend line. It liquidated the lows, made more targets. I know I was in this buy down here, remember, before it took me out here multiple times because of the whole partials, which you guys already know about, right? So it has come down and taken me out, which is fine. So that's -1, so I'm only at I'm only up on the account 2.6. I'm in Aussie CAD. At the moment, it looks okay. It's just manipulating the lows at the moment. So if I can survive this, that'll be good. But it is in a logical area. Remember, I was trying to buy this off the 3 hour. I was waiting for proof. I was trying to buy it in this area. Saw proof, and now I've sort of gone back in. It has made more targets, so it's now just a matter of waiting to see what happens. If I get stopped out of this, then I'll be down to 1.6%. But hopefully it doesn't happen. And the only other trade I'm looking at today, because it is Friday after all, is USD JPY. Now it has had this huge move, so if this creates more targets, I'm happy. If this creates targets, which it has, and then this would be Friday's highs, and then opening on Monday, I want that to be taken and then get triggered in. That's my plan for USD JPY. So Monday next week, that might be good. But it's just a bit of a bad week, innit? Let's be honest. So I'll keep you guys updated on Aussie CAD. It is a 1 to 5, so if it hits halfway, then it's up 1.25%, so it gets back the loss, which is okay. But we'll see. Nothing's a guarantee. Next week will be better with the more news. There's a lot more news, so it might be see more manipulation moves that could help us out. But yeah, so not a great week. Still up on the account, but will I actually hit my target in 2 weeks? That is something we need to find out, don't we? I mean, it is possible, but will I be able to find the opportunities and take advantage of them in time? But yeah, so it's kind of a bummer, but I'm still positive. I haven't actually been negative on this challenge so far. I've always been in profit, which is good, right? So this is the downside, right, to trading a challenge where there's a time limit. Because if the way I'm trading now is technically good trading, I'm being consistent, I'm staying positive, I'm protecting my capital, I'm playing it safe. But when you have that time element involved, that's when you can fail challenges. So you might be thinking, oh, I'm a bad trader, blah, 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 blah. But it's just the fact that either one, you may have never had those moves that you needed in that time, you know, because the markets give you what they give you. They don't care what you're doing, they don't care who you are. The market's going to do what it's going to do. And if you're in a challenge and you got a certain amount of days and you don't get those opportunities in those days, then you might think you're a bad trader because you haven't made your 10% in those 30 days. And the fact of the matter is, it might not be that at all. It might just be the fact that markets haven't moved this month. It could be quite slow. It could be settling down. It could be building up for the next year. I mean, we're at November at the moment, so we've got December, which could be quite volatile. The banks have targets to hit because they are salesmen at the end of the day. So they have targets to hit, so the volatility will go up then. But then it'll be into the new year, and then there'll be more volatility then. And then it'll be like a correction, and then we'll see what happens after that. So there's different cycles and different months and different weeks and different months that certain things happen. And also if you're in a challenge in one of those cycles where it's kind of dying down, there's not a lot of activity, it's not a lot of high impact news, then you're going to be stuck. So it does depend on when certain things are happening around the world to help the markets move quickly for you to actually pass the challenge in time. But yeah, that's the only downside. We're doing a challenge with a time limit. As I said, you keep doing everything right, but if it doesn't move fast enough, you're kind of stuck. And it's a shame, but it is what it is. I'm not making excuses. I've passed a challenge before, 3 times in fact. I can do it again, but will I be able to do it again in this 30 days? Or will it be another 30 days? I just got to play my trade, or trade my plan my trade, keep my capital safe, and that is it. But yeah, I am actually happy with how I've been trading because it's safe and consistent. But is it enough to pass in 30 days? Here's what it is. I'll keep you guys updated. I still feel like death, but we'll get through it. Okay guys, so Aussie CAD has lost. It hasn't actually hit my stop loss yet, but it's basically going to. There's only like a mil away. There's no bullish divergence in my favour, so it's probably going to lose. It is what it is. But yeah, so I'm done trading for this week. It's Friday. I've no interest in being in the markets. I'm just going to wait till Sunday, do my weekly analysis, see what's about, see what carnage has been caused, and then move on from there. But yeah, so see if Ftmo backend has updated. Not yet. Give it a second. So technically I'm only 1.6% up on the challenge so far. Call it 1.5, whatever, which is fine. It's a bit frustrating, but it is what it is. I mean, you know, already explained my feelings on that. Well, yeah, it's still not bad, but it's not great. And obviously when you know there's a certain time limit to it, you're kind of like, in your head, you're like going, oh, I'm going to run out of time, I'm going to run out of time, I'm going to run out of time, which is probably true, but then I have to do a free retake if I'm still in profit by December the 1st. So it's kind of like, what do you do? That sort of thing, you know, those sort of questions. But yeah, let me just see if it's updated. There we go. Right, we've updated it now. So as you can see, we started off great, came back down, got better, came back down. So maybe next week, you know, maybe next week we can get it back up here again. Might be a bit more comfortable. But yeah, so where's my trades? There's my trade so far. So obviously I'm down 3% in the last 2 days. No, 3 days. 17, 18, yeah, in the last 3 days. So it's not great, but it is what it is. I can't argue with it. But yeah, we'll come back. I always do. Well, I don't always do, as you guys know. I have failed this 3 times, but I have passed stage 1 3 times, which is the main thing, right? So I can do it then, I can do it now. It's just, I just gotta wait for the opportunities, and if they play out, they play out. I mean, I don't control, like with trading, right? You don't control the hands you're dealt. You might have a good week, you might have a bad week. All you can do is just play your trade, or trade your plan. And if you know that your plan's profitable and consistent, then the hands that you're dealt in a market, you don't control the outcome. So you can do the exact same thing this week and lose 5%. You can do the exact same thing next week and make 15%. You traded exactly the same, but the outcomes are different, right? So that's how I look at it. That's how I think most people should look at it. Let me know in the comment box below if you agree or disagree with that. But yeah, so we're still positive on the challenge, which is good. It's just frustrating because I want to do better. But anyway, guys, hopefully by next week, the video, I won't be dying, and it'll be better for you guys. You won't see me in this hoodie I wear most of the day because I'm dying. Anyway, I've got to pack up all this desk because I'm actually moving house, so that's going to be a busy day. That's going to be a lot of stress. That's going to be quite a lot of distractions going on, but it is what it is. Hopefully then I can make better content for you, a lot more consistent as well, and get a lot more work done now I've got me in place. So, love you all guys. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.